So we're actually going to go into the pistol round here, but basically, long story short, they push down here, go through connector, and it's an A split. That's like
so they're baiting the people to stay at B with the smoke grenade,
exactly.
and then kind of utilising the players, pincering onto the A-bomb site and coming together. But yes, here we go then. The pistol round has finally gone live. You're watching Virtus.pro versus HellRaisers. Virtus.pro will be starting on the favoured CT side, and as you see this round slowly unfold, Pasha is going to have this advantageous position, manages to take that Markel off to open up the round.
Yeah, nice to spot actually what's happening. Taz, very, very close quarter seg, will just go down. And that is going to be very, very problematic because HellRaisers need to get this bomb down and they need to do it fast. And if they are able to accomplish that, Virtus.pro, it'll be hard to press to do this retake. But it looks like they're all over the site right now, and HellRaisers can't gain any ground whatsoever. Just Dozier left at this point as Virtus.pro deflect this push onto the B bomb site. Getting in work early on mid, but it's not over yet. Dozier with two crazy headshots coming in. Forces it to the one-on-one situation. A moment spent in silence for the reload, and finally picking off the triple. Insane play from Dozier. In fact, that was the ace. What am I talking about? Dozier going just insane in that round. Those last 3 frags, though, with just 1-on-3, amazing.
Yeah, well, I feel like VP actually, again, we saw this in another game tonight. This kind of maybe over-facing. As I was about to kind of start analysing it, it's interesting to see that VP have picked up the dual scout setup.
Yes.
We are seeing this gun being utilised a lot more in CSGO meta, but
really good on this map.
Here we go. Let's see what they can do. Obviously, you've got the jumping opportunities in B, but it looks like if you don't make that first shot, you're going to find it hard to kind of reposition yourself and get back into the round. You can see that though, Taz does manage to pick up the first kill on the Kutcher, and he will be taken down. And the scout does come into play, and Snack does open it up.
Here we go, 2 players versus 2 players. Dozier and Markov very, very low, but Bialy is left with just a pistol. He's got full armor though, so this is very doable with that 5-7 in hand. Makes his way, gets the first kill, headshot onto Dozier, gets the second too, and there you go, Bialy coming into play, and that's going to be Virtus.pro picking up that round, and with that scout and pistol armor investment, definitely it's going to throw HellRaisers off quite some.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic play from him. Just when we thought VP were out of it after that huge performance from Dozier, we saw Bialy have another massive performance from himself. As we say that, I think we're around 5,000 people away from the giveaway.
Yeah, follow the channel,
exciting.
guys. If you want to get that giveaway, we need to hit 70,000 followers.
25 amazing skins on offer. So make sure you follow and tell your friends about the stream, and we can actually get that giveaway rolling very soon, it looks like.
There we go, we're seeing a bit of mid-presence coming out from Virtus.pro here. Just a quick peek there from Neo to assess what is actually happening here on the map from HellRaisers. And it looks like they've been very proactive. Virtus.pro should be able to read what's happening, but in come HellRaisers onto the bomb site. Nae's coming in, Bialy on the back of the side there. Can he hold this? Very important for him to hold this position down strong. Does take down Angel. HellRaisers, though, not without their trades, putting in the work. 3-on-3 now as Jungle and Connector both get smoked. Over the smoke Taz goes, as well as Neo, and they manage to make the frags happen, and Snacks chimes in with the last finisher, and that's going to be a wonderful little retake there. Too slow was HellRaisers, or perhaps too good was Virtus on that setup.
I feel like HellRaisers, I think they tried to surprise VP there with a lack of smokes and flashbangs. They kind of most teams will just throw everything over and kind of methodically take the bomb side. I think the HellRaisers kind of just wanted to kind of surprise VP there, and obviously didn't really work in their favour. I think they, like you said, a little bit too slow and didn't make the first frag, kind of got themselves in a pretty difficult situation where they didn't have the cover from the smoke grenades itself, and that's going to force them now onto the full eco. We can see no grenades. We can see a deagle go in hand of Adren as he gets taken down, and there should be a pretty simple round here for VP as they take them the first 4 frags. Kutcher is the last man remaining. Neo should make light work of him there as he does headshot onto him from the AK-47, and there we go, 3-1 in favour of Virtus.pro. This game has had it all so far.
It certainly has. A lot of back and forth. Virtus.pro trying to stabilize their economy. They are actually along the way to do that. They just have to win this round and maybe pick up another one fairly clean, and they have a very strong, booming economy. Important one for HellRaisers in that sense that they are able to knock Virtus.pro off this. Pasha going to go in aggressive here. Bit of a risk. Will it pay off? In they come close range. Boom! 2 frags from Pasha, and that's going to be a lot of information, as well as just a huge side release there from Pasha as he holds down the underpass.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see from these CT teams. I think I like to see it on every map almost. CT teams not letting the Ts set the tone for the map. He kind of pushed in, he saw his opportunity at a decent spawn, got down there. The Ts just seemed completely oblivious to it. They didn't even anticipate that was coming. So great smart play from Pasha there, managing to get 2 very important frags. I say that he gets 3, and it's it's going to be a 5-on-1
You
situation.
know, it reminds me of what we saw from Mercenaries, what they did in their match against Dignitas, because Dignitas were in a similar position when it came to the money. They were just about to get into it, and then they decided, okay, now is the best time to take a risk to really throw them on.
This Angel is going to be trying to do what he can. He has got the bomb. If he can just get that bronze, that'll be enough. But Pasha shuts him down and picks up his 4th frag of the round. Fantastic stuff from him. Crazy push and a sign of things to come, I think, for HellRaisers. I think we've seen Pasha do that so well. He hasn't even got the AWP out yet. You were talking before about them running this 5-rifle setup. I think they can just do this now until it stops working, and then they've got the AWP setup to fall back onto. That's the great thing about this position they're in right now. Like, looks like they're pretty untouchable. And there's going to be another eco here for HellRaisers. They've been wanting to get the bomb down here, which you know their economy isn't great. Good grenade coming onto Pasha there. Really keep facing. I think he fancies a couple more. Perhaps a little bit sloppy from him. He should have just fallen back once he got the kill. But it looks
very
like
tight though on this all 3 angles.
Yeah, it looks like the backup and the cavalry has arrived, and they managed to clean up quite easily there. And it'll be interesting to see what HellRaisers do here. You can see Mokhtarov finally picking up the AWP. They know they need a change of strategy here, and it'll be nice to see him. As we say, that Pasha picks up one as well. So here we go. This is a change of mentality for both teams here. It'll be interesting to see where Pasha actually goes with this. We know he likes to be quite dynamic with it, and here we go. So we can see he's going to be going for the apps pick, and I think this probably worked perfectly for him. He hasn't shown any sort of dominance there. And he whips his lines a little bit there as he gets taken down.
That was a match made in heaven. He got the spawn. He had the timing. He had everything he needed
on a plate, and it just kind of fell off the plate.
Shot,
and
the dog ate it.
Yeah, there we go. 5-on-4 situation now in favour of HellRaisers.
Yeah, that was but definitely I love the use of his spawn. That's so strong, and especially in a spot like this when they're not going to expect an AWP. There's a total element of surprise there. And unfortunately, they are going to have to now adapt to the situation. HellRaisers letting them stew in their paranoia a little bit now, as Virtus.pro are indeed pressured to a situation where they have to cover the map in a way which is not as optimal as, of course, with the 4 or 5 players alive. So they are playing fairly defensively on A here, so they can pull back if needs be. But it looks like a few frags can be coming in there from Virtus.pro. Good stuff to begin with. Opening things up as Neo gets even more kills. And that is a completely, just a massive stop on that HellRaisers push onto the A bomb site. Now what do? They got 1 player in an underpass. They got 1 player with a bomb in Palace. Kucha, what will they even do? There's
not really a lot of options on the table, to be honest. It looks like Neo's just on absolute fire right now. He's landed 2 fantastic kills there. It looks like he's not finished yet. Will he get the 4th one down? He does, and that's a huge round from Neo. After losing their point man Pasha so early on in the round, for him to come back and kind of salvage a round from that kind of just shows how strong VP are right now. And it kind of looks like HellRaisers, this is what we were talking about before with HellRaisers, as soon as they haven't got these opportunities with their players to kind of run around and just be the headshot machines they are, it's very difficult for them to get back into the game, especially when there's such a huge deficit like they are now. I think they're going to struggle here, and I think they're going to resort to more, well, to be honest, but maybe they just need to go back to basics here and kind of just stick as a unit and kind of try and frag together instead of... Oh, there we go.
Wow, with the Galil too.
Yeah, good stuff from him. The next frag will be very important now as Neo does pick it up, and it's not going to be good news.
Nice movement here from HellRaisers into the A-bomb side. Under distraction, Bialy can't quite focus properly, and Adren takes advantage. 3 versus 4, 2 versus 4 now as Taz and Snacks remain and are pushed for this retake. But unfortunately for them, HellRaisers shut it down. And all off the back of that first kill, was it Marklov, I think, with the Galil in mid?
Good stuff from him. Pasha actually had the AWP as well in hand.
2 AWP buys, 0 frags.
But this is where HellRaisers are so fragile now. If they lose this round, their economy is absolutely screwed. They need to ensure they win this one. They need to kind of perhaps just do the same again. If you can get a kill on the AWP in middle, that'd be fantastic. As I say, that looks like their VPR actually going back to the 5 rifle setup here. We saw them. It's been so strong for them so far. Why not go back to it? And as I mentioned before, it's an unlosable round really for HellRaisers. Their economy will be absolutely ruined if this goes wrong.
This is a really interesting setup here. Actually, HellRaisers going to get assaulted there. Quick assault there from Taz from short. That's going to be very annoying here. But they have so many options, but they're getting cut down with that M4 from Neo. Dozier will get a return frag, but he's going to need more than that with 4 players left now and not a single plan in sight. Angel and it's Dozier got to communicate to make this work, but Dozier and Angel both going to get taken out by Virtus.pro's proactive play on the CT side there, which shut it down, because HellRaisers, they had a cool setup there with a player who could pick in Palace, and either they move to B and he's an annoying flanker, or they have an A split possibility. So that could have been really strong for
It could have been
HellRaisers.
something. But here we go. This is the difficult situation we were talking about before. So we got the Galils and no utilities whatsoever for HellRaisers. This is a very big round for them. You can see this kind of slipping away from them slightly. 7-2 in favour of Virtus.pro right now. I can see a more defensive approach from BP. We've seen them be quite aggressive with pushes and kind of aggressive AWP setups, and now they're kind of going backwards, change of setup here, and just kind of forcing the T's to come into the bomb sites first.
There's an A split coming up, but actually Virtus.pro, look who is in A. No one. It's just one guy who's playing very defensively. They can go for a, if Bialy can survive, they can play the retake, but he's actually going to even get a pick, so that's huge there for Virtus.pro. Now as HellRaisers make their way in, but they're already sussed out. HellRaisers a bit too slow to the, bit more feet to the punch there by Virtus.pro, and once again Virtus.pro on top of things with their. And I like the cute little double peek on mid at the start. They knew there was no ops, so like why not? Let's just double peek with the M4s, and they are very cheap. The $2,900, that is really cheap.
Just worth noting that Neo is going absolutely sick this game. He's currently sat on 18 kills and 4 deaths. It seems like wherever he's going, it seems to be 2 terrorists on his screen, and he's just completely wiping them out. So he's having an absolutely monster of a game. He's just kind of got into that sweet spot where he just kind of has that confidence to go wherever he wants and kind of just keep facing and not really having any fear. And it seems like it's paying off for him. He seems to be on very, very strong form indeed right now. And we can see HellRaisers are going to be forced into yet another eco here. And this is getting to a dangerous territory for them now. They want to start racking some rounds up on the board if they're going to have a chance to get back into this.
And looks again like they were going for
Neo.
Basically the mid play, like keep the close ranges. That's like what underpass is great for with pistol.
Yes.
Keep getting to mid close ranges. And it looks like Taz could get caught by that. If he gets too hungry for this frag gate, he's going to get exposed over below towards underpass. But in fact, he's got the cover from the frag gate. Looks like Patches will get taken out, but Kucha, unless he gets another couple of frags, it's going to be no sweat for Virtus.pro.
There we go, Kucha, the last man remaining. Looks like Snacks wants a piece of the action himself. Will he be able to get it? Yes, he does. Takes him down. That's going to be the 9th round for Virtus.pro as we step now into the 12th. Not many rounds left here for HellRaisers. They need to kind of step it up a little bit, I think, and kind of maybe just fall back to something a little more basic. We've seen them kind of try to execute on A, but it seems like they're losing the frags before they actually have an opportunity to actually get onto the bomb site. I think I'd like to see them kind of slow it down a little bit, do the fully executed smokes, and then they can utilize their aims before they lose a frag and kind of get into the game. And it looks like they know that they're losing mid-control here. It looks like Taz is going to be pushing up, and if he gets the first frag here, it's going to be a good reply, though, from Kucha. He manages to salvage that situation.
Nice bringing up the trades there. Very important there from Kucha. Evening things up 3 men apiece. Virtus.pro, though, still 9-2 on the scoreboard, so the pressure's on HellRaisers to make this work. Creeping through the smoke, nade in hand. Can Snacks pull this off? The defense does get the drop on Dozier, and he's still holding his position. Once the next peak goes for the flash, finally falls back down, but so much time has been just eliminated here. Virtus.pro all over this B bomb side at this point in time. They can't even get out of the house.
So
Snacks,
strong.
He did his job and then some right there.
Yeah, this looks like VP.
Look at the money. Oh my god.
It's just too strong right now. The ball really is rolling in their favour. Yet another recap for HellRaisers here. We can see Neo currently sat on 21 frags. He is having a hell of a good time. And I think this is the point where VP can just keep doing what they're doing, having these aggressive pushes and kind of keep getting in the faces of HellRaisers. It looks like they just haven't got a reply for this whatsoever. They're getting themselves in positions where they're losing the frag early on and kind of being forced to go into positions that we saw, then kind of forced to go into B. And it's just oh my goodness, what a shot. Huge.
Yeah, that's pretty hot. This hot stuff. Virtus.pro, they're just executing right now. They're just executing.
Yeah.
They're hitting so well with the shots.
Very crisp aims.
Yeah, it's looking so strong for them. I mean, they don't. It's not necessarily that they're just playing tactically out of their minds. They're playing fairly simple. They're making some good pushes here and there. They're playing smart, but they are hitting those shots.
Yeah, every one-on-one I've seen, especially from Neo's perspective, like you see like it'd be like a spray off between the two players, but Neo just seems to be like that 10% better than his opponents. Like he's just heads and shoulders above them right now. He seems to be winning every one-on-one he's in. And as we say that, it looks like Kucha is now going to be wasting a little bit of time. It's a 4-on-1 situation. I think it would just be maybe trying to get a bomb down here. He's kind of just waiting, seeing if any frags are available to get the bomb down.
He wants someone to get hungry and push for info. But one thing to note there as well, as he moves out, is that I'll draw the line, but the way that Virtus.pro set up, they actually knew what to expect there. You know, normally they want to play a guy a little bit closer towards the slope and the palace area to get those setups really going. But they knew that the money was low, so if a pistol setup does come in really hard and fast, the guy that's most vulnerable is the guy that's close. So they just play like long ranges, like maximize, you know, the potential from these rifles, and you can see that it really works out for them. They're adapting well, and again the double mid peek here coming from them.
Here we go. We got HellRaisers. I think they might have heard me. They're going for a look like a little proper A execution here. It looks like they actually get a... Oh, God.
Oh, no. That was
what?
the CT spawn smoke, I
Oh,
think.
God. Guys, abort. Do not go in.
Oh, no.
Oh, then you can see that all that visibility is available to the CTs now. And that's going to be devastating. Such an important smoke, being able to lock off CT spawn. And once you give that that smoke away, I think I would have called to abort it, to be honest. Maybe he was just kind of hoping no one would notice.
Well, they have been actually recovering. The bomb should go down. There it is, finally taken down, but no smoke on CT spawn. It's kind of devastating looking in two places at once. Doesn't have the cover. Markov can't make the kill happen. Angel, 1 versus 3, and he is going to go down. Needed a big result from him there. And HellRaisers, they had the round, but that one smoke, because...
That's all they needed to do was that set piece. Like we've seen VP haven't been stacking A properly. They've kind of been letting the players in. All they needed to do was lock out the choke point and get onto the bomb side. But that one smoke there went horribly wrong. I think, although I'm not going to say it's the reason they lost the round, it definitely contributed to it. If you have vision from CT spawn, you can call whether the tactics actually been executed. You can tell your team's ready to rotate. You call whether it's not a fake or not. So that was. I think that sums up this half for HellRaisers. It seems like it's just they haven't had a look in whatsoever, and it seems like it's just going from bad to worse for them right now. They currently sat on 2 rounds. They get this next one. It's like it's definitely not over. If they get the pistol, there's no reason why they can't do this back to VP. They know that they've definitely got the players available to them to kind of put out a similar performance. But here we go. Another defensive setup now for VP. They kind of stopped kind of pushing now. I think they know the money isn't great in, well, I say that, the HellRaisers kind of lost so many rounds in a row now. It's probably got the equals as well as AK. They seem like they're fine. So
going for the B split, it seems though. It's coming up, and let's see if the execute is a business quality here. Get that business execute on the way for anyone who knows that reference. And they need to win this round. They really need to win this round. They need everything that they can get at this point. They are trying to make the frags happen. Pasha, we can see rotating through the kitchen as they try to make their way through the B apps. But it is very difficult. There goes the smoke.
Big kill.
Angel, Markov chiming in. Looks like Snack and Bialy are now able to be the last surviving players, able to go for that retake. Snack gets himself a 1-on-1. In fact, he will not take it down. The HellRaisers do actually manage to get at least 1 round right at the end, but that was a crushing result from Virtus.pro. And I think they did show how comfortable they were without playing with an AWP, because Pasha did have an AWP a couple times, but I don't think he actually killed anyone.
Yeah, I don't remember getting any big facts. Normally when I see him play, last time I cast him, he was just kind of going all over the map and kind of facing different areas. But I think we saw him once try to pick those apartment area and kind of fluffed his lines a little bit and missed a shot. But perhaps that was for him to say, right, I'm smashing it with the rifles right now. There's no point for me to pull this AWP out. But here we go. I think this is obviously, it goes without saying, HellRaisers do need this pistol just to kind of give them a look in. I think we might be... Are we live? Yeah.
We are live into the pistol right now between Virtus.pro and HellRaisers on Mirage. It is the second half, of course, with Virtus.pro leading 12-3 at this point in time. And they're looking... Well, they are trying to protect themselves from any aggressive mid pushes. I have seen that a few times here. Like that's been in the meta recently.
Counteracting. As you see the CTs, like it's so hard for them to defend against the Glocks. If 5 Glocks run at them, the best thing you can do is kind of just push up and get the first frag and fall back. So it's good for the CVP actually kind of countering that and kind of understanding how the game works. You'd hope they do. And you can see one of the HellRaisers players actually precariously pushing up, and Snacks opens up the frag on the dossier, and oh god, here we go. The A bomb site has been completely opened up, and it's going to be Alex Kutcher to get some frags back. He takes down Neo. It's a huge scalp to take right now.
Moving up though, only for a moment it seems, as the bomb does get planted for Virtus.pro. HellRaisers in a desperate situation as Markov left alone, and he will go down, and that's going to be 13-3, and not just 13-3. But some ecos from HellRaisers, and not just some ecos, but they're on the CT side. It feels a lot more difficult even, and now with the CZ at increased prices as well, it's not as easy as of a call to just go for it, and they're so close to losing already.
Yeah, look at this. You can see like no buy whatsoever from HellRaisers. Like some teams in this position would go for the head armor and a pistol, and perhaps, but they
Scout and CZ or something.
Oh, the Scout! I'm not a fan of the Scouts.
It's good on this map. It's so good.
I understand on this map because you obviously have the jumping position and things like. It works a bit better. But I've never found it a viable investment. I've never seen it go huge, but obviously, like it has been working.
I feel like the theory is sound, but teams are still working on pulling off the execution, like getting the tags and then finishing off with the CZs and stuff. It's cool.
Well, here we go. A slow round here from VP. I think they know what they have to do. They just need to go somewhere as a 5 and not be caught into any stacks. But it looks like exactly what is happening here. They do have run into the HellRaiser stack, but it's not going to be a problem as Ali takes down 2 frags there. He actually takes down Snacks with him as he takes down teammates. But oh god, there's a snake in the grass in form of Dossier. He manages to take down one of the players, and Neo will finish him off. It's going to be 14-3 in favour of VP.
I thought that it would be a crushing CT half, but for Virtus.pro, but I mean it was beyond that. It was crippling for HellRaisers. Devastating. it was definitely. We need more adjectives.
Yeah, I can. Well,
1 second. BRB thesaurus.
Well, here we go. This the scout buy you prayed so much for. It's out.
Yeah.
Markelov he is trying to make it work, and then he's going to block airstrike.
Damn.
There it is. He gets taken down. The scout is going to be put down once again.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Markelov trying to luck in his way into, or rather trying to skill his way to some scout headshots, which can definitely turn rounds around, but looks like a very progressive, slow A split here from Virtus.pro there. They're getting in there. The mid is a little bit delayed to connect them, but that's going to fix that. The execution is so strong from Virtus.pro. They look amazing.
They really do. Like it when you're in kind of this kind of form, it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you stick as a team and you're all just hitting the shots like they are. Like it doesn't even. It's hard. It's difficult to even analyze it. Like they can't even say what they're doing so amazingly when they're just kind of going around together and just hitting all their shots. We can see the dual scouts here. The last ditch attempt for HellRaisers. They can see if they can get back into this. They've got a massive mountain to climb. They need 12 on the trot with no money available. We can see the jumping scout shots trying to come to fruition, and it's not going to happen. And it's like Bialy will be falling back.
And sometimes when you've been getting owned so much, it's like, what is it like to actually frag someone? I forgot. And it definitely can hurt the confidence. But we're seeing a more even situation here as we see some picks coming out from Virtus.pro and not going exactly as they planned, as they intended. They have a player up connected. That's going to be very, very, very important to hold some players there and stop the rotation onto short and through middle. And Virtus.pro, meanwhile, easy peasy bomb site plant on B. It's just no problem at all. HellRaisers are pretty far away at this point, and they are reacting now, but is it too late? Dozier over there with that scout. Look at the scouts. So good.
Well, they need to get escapes on. No kits available. They really do want to make sure they can get to this bomb if they're going to do it. It's going to be a 3-on-1 situation. Bialy, if ever there was a man to win the situation, it's him.
Oh no, he's doing it. Bialy coming out huge with a double, looking for the triple. There goes the flash, and of course Dozier, 12 health, and oh, he actually gets the headshot with that.
What a finish!
He didn't even need it, but I mean that's cool. Anyway, 16-3, a crushing result there from Virtus.pro against HellRaisers. Something that perhaps